Hi everyone, I thought I'd get on today and just do a review of all of the projects that I've made here in the first quarter of 2019, just so you can see all of the things that I've been working on. I'm pretty happy with myself. It's been 3 months, so January, February, March, and I've made 13 things. Some of them are partially completed, but a lot of them are completely completed. So that's a pretty great start to 2019. So I just wanted to show you in person. I know it's sometimes hard even on like the blog with close-ups to kind of get an impression of what stuff is like in real life. So I was thinking maybe a little video recap would be fun for all of us. So here we go. I made myself a little cheat sheet. So the first thing that I finished in 2019 was the Romantic Plus quilt. I sold that to a customer right away, so I will just put a little picture in so you can check that out. And anything that I have still that is for sale in the shop, I will link it below, and anything that you see that you're interested in for the future will potentially be for sale at some point. So you can message me if you're interested or just keep an eye out. And some things are, just projects that I worked on for myself, like this top. So it's just a show and tell too. So it's kind of a recap of everything. So the X Plus quilt. The next thing that I made was the toddler blanket. So this one is the Lake Tahoe toddler quilt. You can see that they're, pretty generous size. And this one has a pieced backing. So it has a little fern print, and then gray on the back and a triangle, and then the prints are all pulled in kind of a color palette with bears and mushrooms and little foresty prints and leaves and some painterly dots, all in a color palette inspired by pictures that I have been looking at of Lake Tahoe, somewhere I would kind of like to go on vacation in the next several years. So that is that one. And that is for sale in my shop. And here it is, nice and generous. I like to make my toddler quilts so that they will grow with your kid for a really long time and be something that they can take with them not only through their crib and baby years, but also use well into like elementary and late childhood. So there's that one. Next I have the Tropical Triangle Wall Hanging Quilt that I made. I started this one last year, and I just completed, basically I just needed to finish the embroidery, and I just was really nervous about finishing it. So I did that in January. And that one will be up for sale soon. I haven't listed it yet because I would like to actually take and make a pattern from it. So I'm kind of hanging on to it for a little while until I get a chance to do a little pattern writing. But you can see that's a pretty good size. And again, I will put a little bit more of the dimension details and things like that down below. But I really love how this came out. And I've had a few people ask me if there will be a pattern, so I am going to try to work on that. I'm trying to work on learning how to write patterns, so that's something too that will be coming in the future. Every little thing, I just try to get a little bit better as I go, so and try to honor requests as they come in. The next thing that I completed was this Star Barn quilt. Expanding star pattern from Emily Dennis. She's actually going to be running a quilt along for this pattern. I believe it begins either at the end of April or early May. I'll link it below if you want to join in. This is a really fun quilt to make. I added a few extra borders again because I like a generous size quilt for a child. So I added a little bit of extra pieces. And this one may be being featured in Love Patchwork and Quilting on the little blurb that they're going to do about joining the Expanding Stars quilt along. So you might be seeing it in a magazine coming up. It's this really beautiful mineral blue and Kelly green and gold and gray, all really fun boy colors. And it has this really soft gray minky dot on the back. And this one is available in the shop, so I will link that below if you're interested. Really like fun, modern kids quilt. That's what I really like to make. Then I made this huge, it's like a twin size. I can't even tell which way is up. Twin size, which I can't even hold the whole thing. It's really big. I mean, I'm not that big of a person, but it's a big quilt. So you can see it's a lot of big, bold colors. It's a lot of Jansdotter fabric. So it's got all of these really beautiful screen printed. She does a lot of block printing and screen printing inspired. And then this is a Karen Lewis that I used for the background that has kind of like the same feel. And I mixed in a few fun to pull in the other parts of the theme and some additional colors. This is a cotton and steel with the cats to kind of go with the cat block print, and there's florals and some more painterly dots. And on the back is this amazing Tula pink, extra wide, giant polka dot print with the swallows. They're just like gorgeous, and it's so soft. So again, this one is a twin size, and it is available in the shop, and it would cover me like a bunch of times over. So you can definitely snuggle with your honey underneath of this one. The next thing that I worked on, where are we at? Was the Lake Tahoe patchwork minky. And then this one is very similar to the triangle quilt, but it's done in my patchwork minky size design. So it's just square 5-inch blocks, and then it has this beautiful soft rosette minky on the back. I mean, this is just like so soft. It's amazing. And the colors are really, really pretty, and it has this really painterly print with a little bit of metallic flecks. I don't know if it's picking that up. And deer, bears, some birch trees, and just this beautiful mineral green color. Some hawthorn threads, original print there. Just really, really gorgeous. So I think this is a great gender neutral color scheme because you've got it all in there. I think it's great to have, and I've definitely had customers in the past get these and then use it to build the color scheme of the room, because you already know you have one feature piece, and then you can go, I think it's a great idea to go to Target and take it with you and try to just get some plain sheets, because you know your kids are gonna mess some of that stuff up. So, I mean, as much as I would love for you to buy everything handmade and, you know, one of a kind, let's be real, like that's not real life. Your kid is gonna throw up and like do other stuff on their sheets. So just go get neutral gray, go get neutral stripes. You know, you can take this and try to match some colors when you go out and about, you know, to whatever your favorite place to get things is, and then you have a great reference piece, and you don't have to spend a ton of money. You can have 1 or 2 heirloom quality pieces that are gonna go with your kids for a long time and be something special. The sheets aren't gonna be something special, okay? So here's that, which I really, really love. I'm loving these colors right now. The next thing, keep up into this. The next thing that I made, I'm working on, is this woven trellis table runner pattern. So you may have seen this up already. This is something that I'm working on. I did one for a customer. I'll pop a picture in. It was a special request. She had bought some very special Liberty fabric on a business trip that she sent me, and she wanted something that we had seen together online, but we couldn't find any pattern. So I designed something to make that work, and I will be designing this. I'm working on the pattern right now. I've been working on it for sale, so that if you like this, you can make one of your own. But I'll also be having a few samples coming out, so you will be able to buy just like the ready-made if that's more your deal. So you can look for those in the future. And that's again like more Lotta Jan's daughter. I love her block print style. It's so pretty. And this cute X plus print with the turquoise kind of aqua colors. Really loving that right now. Let's see. Oh, I've been writing. Yeah, I write the blog. So there'll be some links to different things that I made for that around here. Next I did, and now we're up to March. So all of that stuff was January and February, along with like life, you know. I don't just sit and sew. I mean, I mostly sit and sew, but I don't just sit and sew. So I do have other things that I have to do from time to time, like dishes and feeding children. But I worked on this Prairie Skies quilt. This is going to be a large throw. It's not done, just got the top done. It's really, really beautiful though. It's got aqua and mint, and different colors of peach and coral, and a darker navy, and kind of like this soldier blue color, and then tan with this vintage floral on brown. I wondered how I was ever going to use this print and make it look modern, but I feel like I did it. You know, really beautiful soft colors in the solids, I think, kind of make it a little bit more modern. And then I included this rose gold scattered dot print too, which I really love. I think it adds a great pop. And then I have the backing for that already. I got this down at my favorite local quilt shop, Humble Stitch. If you are in the Newport, Pennsylvania area, you've got to go there. Caitlin, the owner, is so knowledgeable and so helpful and so willing to like chat with you about everything and work with you about everything. It's just a great experience. She's also online, so I'll link that below, but I love her. I love going in there. Sometimes I have to avoid it just so I don't buy too much, as if that's really possible, but she is just so great and so helpful working with you and everything. In fact, that's where I got the pattern for the shirt that I made. It's the Scout tee from Grainline Studios. I know it's been out a few years. A lot of people have made it. Here it is. I did it in, this print that I made, I used this vintage green. I also made another version of the table runner, so there'll be two styles of finish on that if you want. This one's going to be headed to my sister's house for her dining room if I ever finish it. No, I will finish it. Anyways, this is the t-shirt that I made from the leftovers of that before I put it back on the pile, which is something I'm trying to do, not put stuff back, try to use it up and get it out of here so I can go back to Humble Stitch and get more stuff. But anyway, I made this shirt, and it's a little bit boxier than the style that I normally like, but I definitely think that it's like that for a reason, because it's a beginner level pattern, and I definitely don't have, I have a lot of quilting skills. I don't have a lot of garment skills, and they're not all the same. So I did help myself out by using the cotton, but I also think that affected the drape, and also a little bit the fit underneath of the arm is like a touch pulls, because it doesn't really have any stretch. So if I did it again in a quilting cotton, which I did because I have a ton of it, so it made sense. It was like take away that fear element of using something I've never used before. At least I used the fabric before, even if I haven't sewn a bunch of shirts. So it does kind of pull under there, which I don't like, and taking it on and off over my head, I'm always afraid, it doesn't really stretch, so I have to be, really careful lifting it on and off. But otherwise, I really like it, and definitely, I don't even know where this fabric came from, so nobody else is going to have this, It's fun. It's fun to have those one-of-a-kind pieces and things that you made yourself. I don't have any green tops. I don't have a lot of floral print tops, which I don't know why, but now I have one that's both. and I made it myself. So it was really easy. I did it in one afternoon. So it was really fun. So there's that one. Again, you can get that at Humble Stitch, and I'll link that below. And then, oh, I made this, the Woodland Friends Minky. This is the one that I wrote the blog post of how I make my Minky blankets. So if you want to make one yourself, I have written down my whole process, you know, all the thought that I put into pulling a color palette and how I do that and things that I look for and why certain fabrics make it in and other ones don't. I've kind of gone through all of that. So I'll link that if you're interested in reading. And then I'll also show you kind of step by step how I put it all together. It's not too hard. It's definitely something that you can do if you know how to sew or you're trying to learn how to sew. So I would give it a go. And again, you can get like some, like, look at this. Look at that little guy. He's so cute. That little bear. You know, I have a big, deep collection of fabric to pull from because I've been doing this for like almost 8 years. So, you know, you accumulate it. Even some fabric I had before I really even sewed because I just, you know, I like crafts. I like making things. I always did, so I always got supplies. I have so many supplies. Anyways, so, you know, if you're one of those people, this is a great way to use it up. Like, start using your things, you know, enjoy them, you know, use your supplies, make stuff. It's not hard. You can do it. And if you mess up, that's what seam rippers are for, okay? Like, it's okay. We make like a lot of mistakes and we're fine. Again, this one has this super, super soft swirly minky on the back. Oh, this stuff is just like petable. And then it has this, I love the aqua with the coral. You know, I don't know if anybody else is feeling it as much as I am, but I'm loving it. And then a lot of neutrals, because I really like neutrals. I think they're easy for everybody. You know, again, if you're building a nursery around this, you know, you can go more toward the blue end if you want. You can go more toward the coral end if you want, but it's a great gender neutral launching pad. And then, you know, you can get black and white dot sheets or gray sheets or taupe or brown or, you know, just white. You know, make it simple on yourself and you can just get one of these beautiful statement pieces and then you're all good to go. You have a cute nursery and if your kid messes up their sheets, you know, whatever, you're fine. They're probably not going to do anything bad. You know, they're going to use this and enjoy it for a long, long time and, you know, that's the point. They'll have this to snuggle with forever. So, and then, oh, I made this macrame plant hanger for the blog because I've been seeing a lot of macrame. It's been really big over the past couple years, but I didn't have any rope and I really wanted to try the idea, so I just made myself some cording out of scrap pieces of fabric, of which I have many, many, many. This was a really fun project. Again, I wrote a blog post about it, so I'll link that down below if you're interested in more details. And maybe I'll put this up for sale. I'm kind of undecided at this point. If I do, I will put a link in so you can get that. And then my last one that I finished is the Babe in the Woods. That's what I'm calling this one. It's a little bit smaller than what I normally make. It's definitely more of a crib size quilt. And it was from, I had made a custom quilt out of these X Plus box last year, and then I had a few left over. I just needed a few more to finish something, so I made a few to match out of leftover little fabrics. And this one, again, is a woodland theme. That's like my favorite thing to work in, theme to work in. And again, colors, I really like these corally peach colors with the aqua and gray and some metallic pops. So there's that one. It has this solid light pink border. It's definitely, this one's definitely more girly, but I really, really like it. It has a little vintage like eyelet print. And the back is solid with this Amy Simbaldi art gallery for art gallery. Oh, so pretty. It's got these cute little animals with stars on it for the backing. So this one is more of a crib size, and that one is for sale. So I will link that down below if you're interested in that one. That's a traditional quilt there. It's got the, I use warm and natural 100% cotton batting, and it's, you know, they're all cotton. So I use sometimes vintage. I love vintage cottons if I can find them and they're in good shape. And I love to mix them with current things. I think that's a great way to get a unique look and a classic look and something that's one of a kind. Oh, the last thing that I made in March was the House Rules mini quilt. I wrote a blog post about that, so I'll link that down below. I don't have it to show you because it got chosen to be in Curated Quilts' upcoming magazine. So I just sent it out in the mail, and it's going to be professionally photographed, and then I'm going to get a copy of the magazine sent back to me. So I am so excited and honored, and I mean, it's just blowing my mind, really. I don't have enough words to express how exciting it is for me to have something that I made in a international magazine. It's just, I don't know, it's just mind-blowing. So I'm really excited about that. I will share that when it gets back, but I will link to the blog post where you can see it and read about it for the future. So also, I mentioned I built a new website, so you can do that. I also am going to continue selling on Etsy. I'm just trying to transition away from that so I can offer a more unique customer experience through my own website, so I could do things like the blog, and we can have more of these interactions and things that I couldn't do with just the Etsy site. Also, Etsy has started doing a lot of weird things to their sellers with fees and you know, dipping into your finances and different stuff like that, that I just kind of want to have a little bit more control over my business moving forward and create some different opportunities for myself, such as chances to publish and be published, and be a little bit more creative in what I'm offering and do a more well-rounded experience, not only for you, but for me too, because I don't want to only make, you know, stuff to sell. I love doing that. You know, that's how I help support my creativity. But I also want to offer a full experience of inspiring other people to be creative, because that's something I really believe in, and I want to spread that joy. I mean, it's been a great source of joy in my life. It's something that I do with my children. It's something I do in my community. It's something that is a therapy for me and a release, and just such a huge part of my life. And I want to inspire other people to have that be a huge part of their life. And I definitely, you know, think I can do that a little bit more by offering my own website and things in that way. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you appreciated this rundown of everything, and it was fun to see stuff in person and talk a little bit. And I will link everything that's available for sale down below. But if you ever see anything that I'm working on, feel free to message me. We can talk about timelines and possibilities, and I like doing custom orders too, so we can always collaborate if you're interested in that too. So just go ahead and shoot me a message. But thanks for watching. You know, hopefully we'll be doing more of these in the future. I was pretty happy with the beginning of my 2019, so hopefully I'll have a ton of new stuff to show you in the summer, beginning of summer. And then I kind of lull off because my kids are home and I don't work quite as hard. I can't. They're just here, and we do a lot of stuff together. So that's how it should be, but my work kind of quiets down a little bit. So anyways, have a great day, and thanks for watching.